In this 2-minute webinar, we'll learn how to navigate through the metabolic network of an organism in biopsych. And we will start by opening the URL humanpsych.org, which takes us to biopsych with the human database selected as our current database. That's a shortcut for actually selecting the database, is to use that URL to connect. And if we go under Tools, Metabolism, Cellular Overview, that brings up our metabolic network diagram in biopsych. And in this diagram, each dot or square is a single metabolite, or in some cases protein, and each line is a metabolic reaction, and the reactions, of course, are arranged into pathways. The way the diagram is organized is we have biosynthetic pathways on the left, catabolic pathways on the right, and energy metabolism pathways in the middle. If we use the mouse wheel, we can zoom in to see a region of the diagram in more detail. And again, mousing over an element of the diagram identifies it. The more we zoom in, the more detail we see. We begin seeing metabolite names now, and we're soon going to see gene names and enzyme names. We can drag the diagram around with the mouse. We can also use this control to zoom the diagram. And if we bring back the menu, we'll see there are tools to search the diagram. So for example, we can search for a metabolite by name. We can search for L-proline and ask it to highlight all occurrences of that metabolite. Here's our result. There's a proline there in the tRNA charging pathway. There's a proline here in the proline biosynthesis pathway. And one nice little trick is that this little control lets us list all the occurrences of proline, and we can highlight them all. So for example, there's one we missed in proline degradation. There's proline biosynthesis we saw before, and there are a couple individual reactions that involve proline, and that's a proline transporter there in the cell membrane. So this is a way to find all occurrences. If we bring the menu back, we can search for pathways. For example, we can search for all pathways containing arginine in their name. And again, we can list them. There's one right there, and there's a second one in the same pathway. And I'd like to note that each organism in biopsych has its own organism-specific cellular overview, listing just the pathways and reactions and metabolites that occur in that organism.